Welcome to another edition of the FGA Report. I am your host, Brian Smith, and I am joined by 2024 running back Tovani Mizell, playing out of West Palm Beach, Cardinal Newman. Welcome to the show, my friend. Thank you for coming on.
Well, thank you for having me, sir.
Absolutely, absolutely. Got a chance to meet you this past weekend in Miami at the Under Armour Camp. You had a really good camp. You were one of the top guys. You got recognized. What was it like competing against a lot of guys that were older than you and had more experience? Were you surprised by how much talent was there?
I was surprised about how much talent was there, but my whole focus was really just to go out there and show that I'm, the best in my class. So.
Well, you did a pretty good job of that. What would you say you learned the most from being at Under Armour in Miami? What area or what grouping?
I would say I learned probably my coach is telling me to be a little bit more patient with my routes and stuff like that. So I'll say what am I trying to say? Setting using my speed. You know what I'm saying? Like setting people up, not just running full speed every time. Slowing it down. Speeding it up, changing gears, pretty much. So
it can be an effective way to lose a DB or linebacker in space. So absolutely. You told me before the show that you're used quite a bit as a running back, as well as a receiver out of the backfield. So you're familiar with it. But in this setting, you had the opportunity to go against a lot of top linebackers in coverage. Rodney Hill is a guy you and I were talking about. He plays at Palm Coast up in the Daytona area. He's really good. There were some other guys too. But did you expect some of these bigger linebackers to be able to run like that? Were you as surprised as I was, or like Jones could really run, the kid from Lakeland?
I would say I was surprised, but not really, because that's just how South Florida is. You know what I'm saying? Well, pretty much the state of Florida. I would say I was kind of surprised. I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of surprised, but it's kind of expected down here. So
yeah, the athletes in Florida certainly are come in droves. So it's fun to watch those matchups. What about the other guys that you were in the running back group? Obviously, Richard Young, Simpkins. And some of the other running backs, Joquez Smith plays here at Tampa Jesuit, close to me. He's a heck of a running back. What do you think of some of the other guys at your position group?
I actually think they were really good. They made me, work it, go even harder. I'll say it was really good competition. So it kind of forced me to show out and play my best. So I would say,
Okay. Well, I'm going to throw some film up here on the screen here in a second. But for those of you that don't know as much about this young man, he's give or take 6 foot or so, 190 pounds. He's down a little bit due to track. That causes you to lose a little bit of weight, but still about 190 pounds. Speed is the name of your game. And some of the offers that you have already, Texas A&M, UCF, Arkansas, Illinois, Indiana, Jackson State, Cincinnati, FAU, and FAMU. Obviously, your recruitment is off to a pretty fast start. You visited Notre Dame last fall. You've had an opportunity to talk to a lot of coaches. You're hearing from some of the other in-state schools like Miami, et cetera. So let's get some film up here and show people what you can do. What is your favorite thing about playing running back? Like, if there was just one thing that you could say, what is your favorite thing that you like to do as a running back?
My favorite thing is definitely, be able to score touchdowns and stuff like that, create something out of nothing. That's definitely my favorite thing to do.
Okay. Well, how do I put it? Are you better inside runner or to the perimeter?
I think to be honest, I'm a better inside runner because I know how to create something out of nothing, but I'm also a good perimeter runner as well. I would say.
Do you guys run a lot of zone or more man scheme?
It's kind of 50-50, to be honest. Yeah, it's pretty much even. So
okay. The competition in South Florida is really good, but you're in Palm Beach County, so it's not quite the same as Dade or whatever. But I watched some of your film early. There's still really good competition. When you guys get a chance to play teams away from where you're at, does it mean more to you to represent South Florida, or does it even matter?
I would say, and I'm really from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, so I pretty much played against all these kids my whole life. So I'm pretty much used to it. You know what I'm saying? So in freshman year, I was at Stranahan, so I played pretty much all the same teams. So I'm pretty much used to it.
Oh, you were a Stranahan kid. Okay, I got you. That's definitely a school that plays against top-notch competition. So, your best attribute as a running back is what?
I would say my ability to create space, make something out of nothing. Also, my ability to like run routes on the backfield or out wide, all around. So I would say, I think, yeah, that my ability definitely to catch on the backfield or outside.
Well, what I like about your film is it is pretty well balanced. There's a lot of opportunities for guys to take you down, and you'll make a miss, or you get extra yards after contact, and you're not just a runner out of the backfield. You catch the football well, inside zone, outside plays, counters, whatever it is. You seem to be pretty much an adaptive player. That spin move right there is a good example of that. Your acceleration is really good. Did you always run track, or is that something that's fairly new to help you out with football?
I've been running track since like 5, 6, just to work on my speed so I could, have good speed, be a good football player. Not really, don't really need speed, but like it helps, it makes it a lot easier.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The faster you are, the more likely you are to score big plays.
Yes, sir.
And that's the name of the game in today's college football, turnovers and chunk yardage plays. That's the name right there, those two. The last question here about your film, what is it that you need to work on between now and the beginning of the 2022 football season?
I would say the thing I need to work on with the most is being a little bit more patient out of the backfield. So
Okay.
yeah, I think that was definitely the most thing I need to work on the most.
Okay. Do you guys have a lot of players coming back for your high school?
Yes, sir. Pretty much our whole team was underclassmen. Only people that was like, we only had like, 1 or 2 kids that was actually seniors. So pretty much.
Oh, that's crazy. Wow. That is really crazy. Well, it's interesting because obviously your name is out there now. There's no secret. So teams are going to be trying to stack the box and slow you down. But it'll be interesting to see what teams do. Oh, I didn't know you played defense. I did not know that.
Oh, yeah, I play defense as well. Yes, sir.
What they play you kind of safety all the time, or where all did you play?
Well, this year I played cornerback, a linebacker. They put me like nickel too as well. But last year I played pretty much like outside linebacker, DN and stuff. So I pretty much played everything on the defense.
There you go. There you go. Watching the film, I would say just kind of looking at your frame, and after I saw you this weekend, you could probably play at 210, 215. That probably seems like a million miles from where you are now. But once you get in a college weight program, it really won't be that hard. Have you guys, I don't know what kind of weight program you have at your school, but how much do you really get into the lifting and everything that goes along with being a football player?
Well, I lift with my dad because my dad been pretty much training me, or been training me since I was 5 years old. So I pretty much do all my lifting with him. But during track season, we do a little bit of stuff in the weight room. But during the season, we didn't really lift too much. But and I also do weightlifting as well. So I've been like lifting weights with and competing with my weightlifting team. So I kind of been
really
a little bit.
Okay. Well, here's the final section to discuss. Football recruiting has sped up exponentially over the last few years, and you're already getting offers. I mentioned some of them earlier. Are you going to try to get out to any colleges this spring and or summer, whether unofficial visits, camps, what have you? What are your plans?
Well, my plans is definitely to get out, to a couple colleges. I haven't really made a schedule yet because, I got to fit around my track weightlifting and 7-on-7. But I'm definitely planning to come out and go out to some of the colleges and visit and stuff like that. So,
okay. Anybody in particular that you would like to see, or is that to be determined?
To be determined, for sure.
Oh, okay. What are you looking for in a college? I mean, is there anything in particular, or what's going on?
What I'm really looking for is, a college program that like uses their running backs in the running game as well as in the passing game. You know what I'm saying? So I can, put me out there in space and stuff like that. And then a college that can really use, like fit my skill set.
Well, I'd say any offense could fit you in some way because you're so versatile. So I don't think that'll be very difficult. Do you care if you go far from home for school, or is that really a factor for you?
It really don't matter. I can go anywhere, to be honest.
Okay.
Whoever loves me, that's why I'll play.
Okay. Did you have a favorite program growing up, or did you really follow college?
I honestly, I really didn't have a favorite program. I just watched it, since a kid, since growing up. I really never had like a favorite school like I wanted to go to and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. Well, man, I appreciate it. Stay here with me just a minute while I wrap this up. Everybody out there, say thank you to Mr. Tovani. He did a great job tonight. This is a kid you're going to see on college football on television in the very near future. One of the best players in the class of 2024. Please hit that like button and subscribe. And please also connect with that opportunity to come back and see guys like this again by hitting the notification button. I appreciate it. And for Tovani, thank you very much. Everybody have a great night.
You too.